In today's video I'll be showing you exactly what's inside the case. Hey everyone, Stephen here, and today I thought I would show you my minimalist close-up gig bag. So this bag I will use if I have worked at the same venue multiple times at the same kind of event. So the bag that I use is this. This is a makeup bag that I found on Amazon for about £30. The bag is really good and it's the ideal size for all my necessary required close-up items. I am now going to show you one by one each individual item that is in my close-up kit. So the first item that is in my close-up bag is a normal deck of cards. I use a lot of card magic in my repertoire, as you'll have saw from my previous videos, so I always need a deck of cards. Just a professional tip, every time I do a gig I use a brand new sealed deck of cards. The client will be paying me a lot of money, so I do want to make sure that I look fresh and clean as possible. The second thing in my close-up bag is this. This is the ILC deck from the Green Tea and Mr. Lawrence Turner. The ILC deck is an adult-themed magic trick, and I will only bust this out for the right group at the right time. The third thing is this. This is a deck of Hollywood Walk of Fame cards that I use with Digital Force Bag and also with a trick by Steve Rowe. This is also available from Steve Rowe's website, The Gimmick King. The next item is this. This is Joshua J's Prism deck. This is a multi-phase colour changing deck routine. I will often have a normal pack of cards, and this, and depending what the group is, will depend if I do something with the normal deck or if I use Prism. The next thing is the Omni deck. Every close-up working magician will have one of these. This is the closer to my card routine, and very often if I am doing a wedding I will use Prop Dog's engraved Omni deck. So I'll get one that says congratulations to the bride and groom, it will have their wedding date, etc. This is always a great little giveaway for the bride and groom. Next up I have this. This is a business card holder. Inside it I have two lots of business cards. I have ones for my agency, but as well as that I also have ones for myself as a magician. So depending on the gig and what kind of gig and where the bookings came from will depend what kind of business cards I use. Very often at gigs I'll get into conversations with people about entertainment and how they can book other forms of entertainment as well. So it's always good to have some of my agency business cards with me as well. The last thing in the card section of the case is this. This is a little card holder. As you can see, it is very worn and very used because this just lives in the case. This is just to store some extras. So for example, I've got some double facers, double backers, some extra cards that are all totally different. Some have business cards for various tricks. I have this great gag from Steve Rowe, sign your name on the face side, not the back side. So there's a few things. There's also these that I got made at one point for a bride and groom. So this is always handy. I've always got everything that I need, so if I ever need to add an extra card in, it is all in this wallet. So moving up, we have this. This is a Marmite souvenir keyring, actually. So what I've done is I've took the keyring part off it, and it's a little plastic tub that looks like a tub of Marmite, but inside you'll hear there's some coins. So in here is my 11p trick from James Brown. This is actually the finish I use. So everything's all nice and compact, that way I won't lose any of the gimmicks. So moving along a little bit, we have a little Lego man. I combine this with this, which is Figment by Tom Mullinger. Tom's one of my best friends in magic, and when he showed me this, I just loved it, and I was like, I'm going to get that. Figment is basically where a Lego man changes into a selected card. I use this because he looks very much like a magician. He's got a little top hat, a little kind of waistcoat on. So moving along a little bit, we have this and this thing that I'm hiding here. This is for card on seal and wax, and the thing in my hand is the gimmick for double cross. So I've always got a little supply of that, and also got some magician's wax as well. So the next section in the case is mainly a couple of supplies for the same trick, but I do various different versions depending on the venue and depending on my mood as well, depending on what I fancy doing. So first of all, in that little section that I just spoke about, we have this. This is Strike 2 by Lee Smith. From his Step System DVD, a fantastic opening trick. And then moving along, we have this. This is Fly Drive by Colin McKenzie. It is basically where a ring or a coin or any small object will appear inside the battery compartment of your car key. So as I said, in this section I do have a couple of things for the same trick. I have a 8-ball. This is for Mark Southworth's 8-ball routine. I do have some multiple endings for this routine. One that I do use quite often is a trick by Wayne Fox called Obliterate. As well as that, sometimes for James Brown's 11 pence trick, I will use a finale of a 7-ball. Basically, I will say how much is in the hand, and they'll say 11 pence. I'll go, actually, it's a number between 1 and 10. Choose one, and they'll say 7, and then I've got a 7 here. So moving along to the next section, I have a few things. Here I have a little coin purse. Inside here is the gimmick for a trick by Michael Murray. I believe it's called Murray Mint. It's a really good kind of anniversary waltz routine using a £2 coin and a 10 pence. As well as magic, I always feel there should be a couple of gags involved, so I do use one of these. This is a JOL levitation device. It's fantastic, always gets a great laugh, and it's always great fun to perform. As well as that, we have the Little Bird by Prop Dog and James Bonzo. As well as that, I do have a Zippo lighter. If I'm getting someone to help me out by lighting a lighter, I always give them a Zippo because it allows me to light it and hand them the lighter with it already lit, and it takes out a lot of dead time when they're trying to spark it and get it to work. A Zippo lighter I just feel is a lot more reliable than a standard Bic disposable lighter, for example. As well as that, I do have some sponge balls. I have some standard 2-inch sponge balls and a sponge 4 for the finale. If you are interested in learning my sponge ball routine, you can purchase my lecture notes called Working on the Fly. Feel free to shoot me a little message on Instagram and I'll be more than happy to show you the lecture notes and explain a little bit more about them. That there was not a sponsored advert. I am not sponsored by myself. As well as that, we have this. This is the Quiver purse. Inside here, I have a split coin and a coin unique. This allows me to do a coin unique in their hand where the vanishing coin appears here, and then I will transition into a multi-phase 1 coin routine that will end with a jumbo £2 coin. So as well as that, I also have this. This is just a standard snap purse. The reason I use this is I do a thing that's a bit like pick a coin rather than pick a card, it's pick a coin, and it saves me having to borrow some money from a spectator, so it allows me to borrow money from a spectator but not really borrow their money. As well as that, I have some cord and a ring for a ring on rope routine by Darrow. I end this with a finish that I saw Gary Jones do in a lecture about 15 years ago. So there we have it. That is the bottom of the close-up case. That's pretty much everything that I need. There's a couple of extra things. Really, I could do a gig with some sponge balls, an Omni deck and a deck of cards, but I do like to have a little bit of variety in my set. So there we have it. That is the bottom section of the case. What I'm going to do is I'm now going to talk you through the top section. Alright, so here we are at the top of the case. As you'll see, there is a lot of Sharpies included in this case. I will talk you through just very quickly what's here. So as you'll see in this section, this is all Sharpie reviews, various cards, and there's also a review from Steve Rowe that I use with that deck of cards that you saw earlier. Here I have various just regular Sharpies, as well as that in this section here I have my double cross gimmick. Alright, so in the third section here we do have some Sharpie through pen gimmicks. We also here have a Omni pen and an amazing effect by Eddie Pradier called the Kozak pen. And in the last section here we have a extra double cross gimmick, some normal pens, and also this. This is a Sherpa. I use this for a joke that Harry Robson showed me. This is purely just used for a gag. As well as the pens, you will see that there is a zipper compartment. In here I keep some of these. These are called top loaders. I will put kind of signed cards in these. As well as that, I have some envelopes for Harry Robson's hands-off wallet, but also I have some caps for the JOL levitation. Also in there, I do have some flash paper for my opener for my sponge ball routine. And there we have it. That is exactly what's inside my close-up case. I hope you have found this video interesting. If you have, remember to click the subscribe button, give me a wee thumbs up and switch your notification bell on. I'll be back very, very soon with another video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.